Hello and welcome. I am Ryan, and this is the Mature Minded Gamers look at King Under the Mountain. This is a brand new game to early access to Steam. It was kickstarted with a successful Kickstarter campaign. I want to thank Rocket Jump Technologies for giving us this a key to the game early, so we could look at it before it hits early access in Steam. If you like RimWorld, if you like Dwarf Fortress, if you like storytelling games, this is definitely one you want to put your finger on. You want to keep your eye on the development of this one very quickly and jump in it early, so you can be a part of the development, give feedback and whatnot. We're in Alpha 8 right now. Alpha 9 is going to add some really interesting things to the game that's going to come out here before too long, and I'd love for you to take a look at it. So let's look at it together. We're going to start a new game. Sure, we'll do MMG. Map C, there you go. You can do it if you'd like. We're going to hit begin. Now this game, unlike in its current state, and building again, this is alpha, so things will always change or could always change. This is an interesting map. Now it is King Under the Mountain, so the fact that mountains are there is an important part of it, but this is by far the most amount of mountain I've had on any what you want to call it, any spawn yet, any creation yet. So we're going to start by creating our first location, our first stockpile base. One of my big strategies here, tips that I'd give you right away, is build close to the river. It seems like every map is going to contain a couple of key elements: trees, mountain, river, arable farmland, currently in its current state. You probably want to pick something close to the mountain and the river, wherever they intersect. This map is pretty good for that because they're close regardless. But let's just drop it right there. And the reason why is because your dwarfs do need water to drink. Obviously, they're dwarfs; they prefer to drink something not water. But that takes some time to get up and running. So let's pause real quick. Let's take a look at our settlers. We got a miner. We got some stonemason. Here's our chief, Hella Ironhammer. What is going on with that head? I have no idea. Tove is hiding behind hiding behind a bucket, and Gandalf, Iron Trousers, our farmer. These guys are all walking away from us. I'm curious to see. I haven't actually paid attention to this before. Let's give them a second to walk. And let's click it again. Yeah, so we get different views of them. I didn't realize what image we got was connected to their orientation on the map when we actually looked at the game. Okay, that's funny, I think. Resources is your inventory. This is everything you currently have, and so forth. The one thing about the game that I really do enjoy, or think makes it unique from the other games that we've talked about, or that I've talked about, is this whole very simple UI. Almost looks like, maybe this is the intention of the developer, I'm not sure. Almost looks like this could be a mobile device. I'm going to minimize our mini-map there so we get more real estate on the screen. But the buttons are very simple right here. And sort of the world itself is kind of chunky. I'll show you what I mean. Let's chop down these trees so we get that stuff going. Let's start a mine. I think I want to actually use the fact that we have half of a mine already built. We're going to make a hallway go all the way down to about, let's say there. And we'll put our first room about like that. And I'm making my rooms kind of big. We'll do it sort of willy-nilly. We'll say that they a little more organic. We'll make a hallway going this way. Okay, that's more than enough mining job for them to get started. So food is an important part of your dwarf's life, and while they're rushing to get under the mountain, to be king under the mountain, if you will, they are going to have to eat. And I think it's the tutorial says something like 7 to 10 tiles per dwarf, so we need to have like 70 arable tiles worth of food going on. So this is how it's a little bit different than other games. These are your zones. Everything has a zone. Let's grab our farming zone. We'll just do a little. We'll do a 7x7. We'll make this into, let's say, carrots. Let's do another zone. Let's do another farm plot. We're going to skip so they don't join together. Another 7-7. And we'll make that one into tomato, or maybe that was potatoes. I don't really know. I think it was potatoes. Then we'll do another 7-7 there. We'll make that one into wheat. Sure. So we have 3 different crops coming in. And because we're dwarfs, and I do understand the priority that drink requires. Not really, but I mean, like, I don't think it's really built into the game that way, but these games are all about storytelling. I'm going to make the largest field, which didn't mean to, but it is, into hops or barley. Hops or barley. Hops or barley. You know, let's do hops. Let's do a nice, would that be like an IPA or something? I'm not sure. I'm not up on my not quite water beverage material, but so there's that. Now, the stockpiles here was another thing that took me a little bit to get used to, not necessarily in any particular way, but let's just put it right down the middle. Let's put a little stockpile zone right down the middle so they can put their seeds right there where they're going to need them. And I think that's all I really want to do right now. Well, now we get some tool stockpiles, so we get this stuff unloaded and useful. Put a little here for tools. And because we're chopping trees and stuff over here, we're gonna put one here for trees. But right now it's for everything. But eventually we may sort of narrow it down just to trees, because we're gonna want rock and stuff to be over here. And in fact, let's just do that now. So I'll show you how that works. So settings. We're gonna open up our raw materials. We're gonna unclick all of it, and we're just gonna put let's see, log. Yeah, logs. There you go. So that's our log storage right there. And let's do another. Let's do a raw material up here, and we're going to do just some, open that up, let's just do, let's say gem, sure, uncut gem, sure, rough stone, rough boulder. Let's not do gems, let's just do the rough boulders. There we go. And then we'll kind of let everything else, actually here we go, let's do just a very generalized raw material stockpile right there, just in case there's something that they need to put someplace that we missed. Like the tools, right? Okay. Now you might ask about how do you build things. Let's start with a carpentry workshop. No, sawmill. That's what we want to start with. Let's start with a sawmill. This is our biggest group of trees. We have our log storage up there, so we'll just put it right here. I'm going to make it fairly small because there's only one piece of furniture that goes in there, and that's a wood cutting bench, and there's that. I'm going to let our guys go a little bit. I've been talking a lot. You need to kind of see what the game looks like, I believe. Hunting was out in Alpha 8, but I've not actually been able to get it implemented. So there's some deer there, so we'll go ahead and tag them for hunting to see if one of these guys gets going. We may need to build like a bow and arrow first before we can hunt. That may be part of it. I have played long enough to build bows and arrows and things, but we'll let that go. The proximity to the work affects the volume, which is an interesting piece, but also wouldn't be too terrible to be able to control that, but I don't believe currently there's a way to turn that off. Let's grab bridge. Let's click bridge. Let's build right there. Let's get over here to all this other wood. Pipes, power. You see a lot of stuff going on here when it comes to what you can eventually. Right now, we're early in the game. We're just going to try to get under the mountain. This first room here is actually going to probably be a bunkhouse for us. We're going to make a little bunkhouse so that we can, yeah, so we can have a little bunkhouse. Another way to make some food is to collect these mushrooms. We're actually going to make a zone. We're going to make a mushroom farm because I feel like that's something we should do. Sure, right there. Now you're going to click furniture here. Shock tank, R to rotate. There we go. Mushroom log. I'm just going to keep it on the dirt, though I don't believe it would have to be. There we go. There's a few logs there to grow some mushrooms on. We'll see how well they do there. So we have our more traditional farms. We got our dwarf farm there. They got the they went for the drink build a little faster than the other ones, it seems. Some trees are getting cut down. Things are being placed in stockpiles. is moving along just swimmingly. I currently do not have a kitchen set up yet. That could be a bit of a problem, but I'd love to. Maybe we'll turn this into our kitchen. And that way. Yeah, let's do that. Let's turn that into our kitchen. They've almost got it completely cleaned out, I believe. That one little piece right there is not, but that's alright. We'll leave it open, and I'll show you why in a second. So there's the kitchen. You set up a room like this, you're going to have it. You're going to have a furniture button in the bottom again. Feels very like it could be good for mobile devices. Each kitchen needs a water barrel, and it needs a worktop, and it needs a cauldron to make stew, because all good dwarves love their stew. So they do. We're going to go ahead and mine another room out. I'm pulling away a little bit so it's not so loud. Okay. We're actually going to make it a little bit wider than the other room. Let's make it a good solid 9x6. 7, I believe, is the money spot where things start to collapse, possibly, if I recall. We'll make a little back door to the kitchen. We'll make this into our feasting dining hall, so that they can. Sorry about the Discord sound there. It's part of our very active Discord. So if you would like to join us, join the mature-minded gamers here, where we look at video games and whatnot. Feel free to go to maturemindedgamers.com and take a look at that. If I haven't said so already, this game is just coming out in early access in Steam. I believe tomorrow is the date of this video. We'll be hitting early access. Be sure to take a look at it, check it out. The game is going to be, like I said, in active development for some time. You know, a big push there can be that early adoption. And we'd love to have you part of the community here for this game. I'm excited about it. We're going to harvest these mushrooms to be able to use those to inject the trees there for more mushrooms. Okay. Oh, our cauldron is now built. Our table is not. The way the tables and things work is they're going to first remove that block, which they're pulling all the blocks out there, but then they'll come over here and grab one of these mini tools, the tool that goes with that particular device. So maybe it's a rolling pin, maybe it's something else. They'll pick that up and then they'll put it with the table, and then they'll be able to finish the table, and then that station then becomes workable. Over here we're still waiting on an iron saw and some more stone blocks to finish that off. Go ahead and make a little let's make a stone cuttings table right there. Zone, mason workshop. We're going to make it that size right there. Furniture, for this it's only a stone mason bench. Sure, we'll put it right there. And that way they can grab the stone from here and cut it into blocks right there and be done. What is it? Some malachite ore. That's good. We've got some ore real close. That's hematite, which is going to be iron when we get it done. This is coal. Yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that is coal. So that's good. We got that. A lot of good resources right here on the surface. Go us. Go us. See, those deer still up and at them? They are. Bridge isn't quite built yet. All the trees have been cut down. The logs are right there. Our wood cutting bench is not quite up and running yet, which is fine. We got a lot going on here. A lot going on. So we'll give it some time to get moving. Oh, our fields are being planted. Yay, us, in the rain. Pouring rain, as it says. Okay, we got our shock tank going up for our mushroom farm. Oh, this one's been inoculated. So some mushroom growth is happening for sure. That room's almost done. Let's make this into our bedroom. We're not going to do fancy bedrooms right now. We're just going to give them some place that's not outside to sleep. So furniture. We're not going to do beds. We're going to do sleep spots. I'm going to give them some variety of places to sleep. Seems to be enough there. I know here. I tend to do that. You see here in this room here, I left a little row there. Just in case I ever want to change things into hallways. In this case, though, what I'm going to do with it is I'm going to hit stockpile. I'm going to grab a food stockpile. I'm going to fill it up with a food stockpile. And that way, maybe it's a little closer. Oh, see, right there. Some mushrooms. Some other mushrooms. Oh, see, they didn't have a place to put the foods. Now they do. Waiting on some blocks. Waiting on them to work on that. Okay, there's a lot going on here. Let's kick it up to speed 4. Let's let it roll for just a bit. I'm gonna watch them from like an ant farm view here. See what they're up to. That guy put his barrel in, so now we got a water barrel there. Kitchen's starting to look like a kitchen. Build. These are all the things we can build as of right now. I've not dug into the power side of it at all. There's some mechanisms and so forth. Let's get back. Dismiss that. Let's maybe we'll do a wall. Let's do a wall. Let's do a wall. Actually, let's not do a wall. Because right now doors are only 1 tile wide, so we can just put a door there. Put a door there, put a door there. There you go. Got some doors put up. Give them something to do. Not that they need anything to do. Let's look at some of the other zones that can be done. Feasting halls, what's going to have to go in here? Dwarves like to have a feasting hall to gather and drink and be merry. Once our hops, or I can't remember what we painted. Was it hops? Yep, once our hops are brewed, we'll be able to create a brewery to make it into something other than water. Some textiles, use a variety of, make hemp to clothing and rope and whatnot. And this is where we're at right now. And it may seem simplistic, but to be honest, the interactions and whatnot I've seen have been quite pleasing, kind of awesome. So metalworks would be used once you start getting into this iron, and then we could turn that metal into weapons using the armory, which right now I believe is just a Fletcher's workbench, which would be helpful, especially considering that might enable us to do the wood cutting or the hunting. So we're going to go ahead and queue up another job for trees. Not that I think we need it, but as dwarves, I think we just dislike trees. We just dislike trees tremendously. So we want to be in the soil, in the dirt, in the ground, under the mountain, being king under the mountain, if you will. But there you go. But this is the game. This is King Under the Mountain. I'm going to tell you right now, if you know games like this, you already see what this game is doing. You see what the game is headed towards. You see what it's capable of, or what the intentions will be as it continues to mature. And you're either excited about it or you're not. I hope you're excited about it, or at least as excited as I am about it. I'm going to make that into our feasting hall. Let's get a feasting table. We got room there to do it. Let's get some chairs. You know, for fear of overworking our guys, but there we go. We're gonna get a serving table, maybe? I don't know. Sure, right there. Let's get a cauldron. So what they'll do is they'll actually take this cauldron and swap them back and forth, so that they can come in here and get it. It's little water barrel, maybe. Let's zones, feasting hall. We're gonna add tiles. There we go. Now we're gonna hit furniture. Did I put the water barrel in here? I did not. So a little water barrel. We can do our beer tapper once we have that. We don't have it now, so it wouldn't really be worth doing. It says you can put chairs. I don't know why you'd want to, but we'll put a couple chairs there too as well. This is our feasting hall. Look at the grand feasting hall that we have provided our dwarves as they sleep on the floor in the rock. They like it. I believe they really do like it. So it'll be fine. Let's see. We got some wheat grown, 39%, 50, 56, 48. There you go. Oh, affected by pests. Yeah, they must have cleared it up because it's no longer affected by pests. That's cool. I've never seen that notification before. That's neat. So this is King Under the Mountain. By all means, if you enjoyed what you saw here today, be sure to give the video a like, give our channel a subscribe if you want to see more of this. I could see us doing like alpha updates as we move along, checking in with the game as the development continues to go. I enjoyed playing it, sort of discovering it as it goes, and I hope when you guys have as well. Oh man, are we that lucky? Sorry, I get sidetracked. I start to close the video and then I realize, oh, there's iron right there. We could make us a little like inside mine to that iron and make us a little iron workshop, a little metals workshop over here. This is a good map. I like this map. I recommend you check out that seed. If you do like what you saw, give the channel a subscribe, give the video a like. Feel free to check us out on our home on the web, which is maturemindedgamers.com. We have active Discord, as you've heard a couple times during this video. Just come by, hang out, play some games with us. We've got some active D&D groups going on. We've got some Star Trek podcasts going on, some board game reviews, just a little bit of everything. And we'd love to have you come be a part of it. So thank you so much for checking out King Under the Mountain with me. Thanks again to Rocket Jump Technologies for giving us the key. And take care. Have a great day, everybody.